All right. So first idea that I'm trying to get across to you here is the idea of protocols. What's a protocol? Protocol is an agreement on how we're going to communicate. And that agreement describes both syntax and semantics. And by syntax, I mean the protocol specifies like message formats. Like there's 3 fields, and the first field is a source, and the second field is a destination, and so on. And here's how you order them. This field is this many bytes long. That's the syntax. That's the format of messages. And then there's semantics. And by semantics, that's like the meaning of this. When you receive a message, when you receive these bits, here's the meaning. And when I talk about meaning in sort of in the context of computing, that might be how is the recipient supposed to respond? How should the recipient interpret that? Like what actions should the recipient take in response to receiving a message? Okay? So it both describes the format and the actions that we expect the participants to take. So that's a protocol. An example of a protocol would be if you wanted to ask a question in lecture, well, we don't spell it out, but you know how to do it, right? You raise your hand and you wait to be called on. And if you're sitting there in the back and you've been raising your hand for like 5 minutes and I haven't called on you and there's no sign that I've noticed you, you kind of wait for me to hit a breaking point, and then maybe you interrupt me, or you wave your hand differently, or you call out and say, excuse me, right? Okay, so that'd be an example of a protocol. It specifies what you should do, what sequence of actions you do to communicate. Okay? So, and in the security context, a protocol specifies what participants are supposed to do if they're acting honestly and legitimately. And then we'll look at what would happen if a participant doesn't follow the protocol. If they're malicious and they do something other than what the protocol says they should do. But the assumption is that the honest, legitimate participants will follow the protocol.